let's start this off a bit. Explain. Can you introduce yourself and the team behind the project a bit before we get into the nitty-gritty stuff?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Trevor. I'm the CEO of Midas Investments. We are the decentralized platform that aims to provide the highest yields on all the various crypto assets. We have been on the market for 4 years. In those 4 years, we have been basically everything. We were the hosting service, the exchange, and the staking platform, the trading platform, and we did everything to survive in the bearish market, and it worked actually quite well for us. In I think 1.5 years ago, we discovered decentralized finances, and the goal of Midas was always to produce passive income. So since we started like in the end of 2017 with the Mastodon hype, and basically this vision of creating wealth through passive income in crypto remained as the core element of our vision. And now we pivoted like a year ago. We decided to drop off everything but the interest rates on our assets like BTC, Ethereum, stables, and so on, and pivot towards the asset management. And currently we are in the final stage of receiving license in Switzerland as an asset as the asset management, crypto asset management. So basically what we do, we take assets and through various multiple layers of expertise, algorithmic stuff, monitoring, on-chain monitoring, optimizations, and so on, make them work in DeFi and make them produce yields in various forms. So it's like it could be fees, it could be tokens, it could be exposure on the different market conditions, and so on. Yeah. And we giving our investors currently like 14% APR on BTC. I think it's 17 on Ethereum and 20 on stables right now. Yeah, and there are
APY, right? APY, not APR.
Yeah. So it's APY.
Yeah, it's pretty good numbers considering the market and the fact that you are returning assets as the asset that you set up, not like the token of your emissions. Like if you put BTC, you get BTC. And if you put Tether, you get Tether. So it's an advantage to have versus other platforms that use your money, that you get the assets of your own choosing, because like in a bear market, like the other tokens, not the main tokens, will not do much. Yeah, so big advantage there.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it's quite ironic that I think on the next week we are launching the feature where one investor can receive more yield if they pick yields in our native token, Midas Token. Yeah, but our main difference from others is that we use the yield that you could have in the raw asset like BTC or stables or something like this, and reinvest it in our Midas token liquidity. So this is our main goal for Midas token, is to create enough liquidity for all the market participants to join and to participate. And actually, this is one of our brightest things about today's AMA and our partnership with Spirit, and we are really, really happy to join not only Phantom but your exchange and your awesome community.
Yeah, thank you, man. I believe you took the correct steps in providing like fast liquidity in like a short notice with the bribes. Hopefully it will pay you with dividends. So you explained some strategies that you used. Can you explain which main strategies and which farms and which assets you choose to invest in with people, like the APY? How does it get generated?
So It's one of the most asked question, like how do we provide this API and APR, and currently we are running like 50 various DeFi strategies on all of the kinds of blockchains. So and they rotate pretty quickly, actually, and I think the best answer would be not what farms we pick, what blockchains, because this would be like a standard answer, like and taking but instead of this, I would like to try and explain how the thought process and how investment process is done within Midas investment team. Because it can be much more. We are really adaptive. And if we just say like those are our strategies, that they will be different like in 1 week. The actual answer for the question how we provide such API is that we have an amazing team behind. We have developers specifically for investment team, which help us automate various routine actions like swaps. Like we have a lot of monitoring systems on all our positions, like health factor, like major market movements, and so on. With actually with a call system when there is a signal that something goes wrong anywhere within our system, one unlucky guy from our team receives a call, and he needs to pick this up. And the next, and this is like optimization and all this type of layer. Another layer on top of this is we're currently working on building on-chain analytics model. So our quant team could actually make models based on our ideas, based on on-chain development and on-chain data. Obviously, we have Nansen and all this stuff, but they do not fit for all our needs. So we had to build our own model to monitor positions and to see how things are flowing on various blockchains. Currently, we're covering only Ethereum, but it will change with time. Another layer is trading algorithms layer. So basically, we are entering and exiting most of our position based on the trend signals, and our investment team is like mixed from algorithmic trading, crypto, and TradFi, and DeFi guys. So I think this is the best merge it could be. Not only having exposure on all of the blockchains, all of the protocols, monitoring the yields and so on, but also make them work much more efficiently with basically just a simple trend algorithms is enough if we talk about altcoins, because most of altcoins have a really distinguished trend. And so those are the tools that help us to negate impermanent loss on liquidity pool or to earn from it, and basically to see all the market. And now the final layer of our investment stuff is our amazing DeFi team. Currently, there are 3 amazing guys who basically manages the assets for us, and and currently we're searching for more DeFi analysts, and our idea for this is not having like a large DeFi team, but it's like a really alpha idea, but that we're working on right now is to have not one but a team of experts based on all of the all the crypto, and they basically monitor various segments of the market, share their ideas, and if we take their idea for our portfolio, or there should be some mechanisms where their amazing ideas are getting transferred to our portfolio. So instead of like having 5 analysts, we can create like a self-governing, like a DAO, basically focusing on searching ideas on all the DeFi, NFT, play-to-earn segments, and so on. Because no matter how much guys we take in our investment team, it will be always not enough. And the easiest ways to create like an organism that basically which role is to give all its attention to all the various markets that there are. That they're there and basically discuss within each other, and I think it can be really, really amazing if it will work out. So those are multiple layers of investment that we have right now. And we have some algo strategies, not DeFi related, to hedge from, for example, BTC bullish, amazing run that will destroy most of the altcoins. Like it has its chance, it has its potential, and we try to diversify our portfolio based on the risk and the returns we can have in various market conditions. Ooh.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Thank you. If you don't mind me asking, how many people, like as you said, our team is monitoring, like you have 3 DeFi guys, but how many people in general, like as of right now, is watching the treasury and ready to act on it, basically?
So there are, I think, 7 guys monitoring like the portfolio balances and so on. But there are 10 more guys in investment team, like Quants, project manager, developers and so on. So it's like a really, we are heavily invested into infrastructure, and this is why we have so much resources and power within our investment team.
Yeah. So job opportunity for you guys. If you are DeFi analysts, maybe you guys can contact Trevor, and maybe he can let you join in on that. You can check our latest announcements. There is a form there, and you feel free to submit your application if you want to join us. So I want to ask something. Like I see when I scour your website, I see like the coins I'm familiar with, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, Midas, and there are some like yield like automation portfolios with set names like Masternode and DeFi and Stable. Can you explain those to me as well, because I'm not familiar with these terms?
So basically. Yield automated portfolios were launched, I think, in 2019 as the answer for the increasing complexity of the crypto market. So it's like ETF that produces dividends based on the assets in the portfolio, and it's still in a pretty early development phase. I mean, we had to basically throw away 22 features in the previous year, and YAPs were one of, and the short name is YAP, and the YAPs are one of those that remained, and because community loved it. And one of the current problems of the crypto market is the constantly increasing complexity on all of the layers, and we saw this that investor struggling making their decisions based on the signal, because they cannot distinguish signal from all of the noise that is happening. And back in those times, we got like a lot of coins and a lot of Masternode coins and a lot of staking coins. And this was the answer, like, where do we invest? As an investor, you can have this index. It rebalances itself based on our backtests. So it varies based on the YAPs. I think it's like each 2 weeks for some, and each month for others. And it's just a simplification of investing in the basket of assets, and rebalancing. Our backtest showed that rebalancing works quite well on the long term. So, for example, we have stable YAP, which is like BTC, USDT, Ethereum, and Midas coin. This basket outperformed BTC like in the previous year, like just holding BTC, because it managed to rebalance itself on all of those volatility which is basically a huge flat phase or accumulation phase for BTC. Like BTC 1 year ago costed more than it is right now.
Yeah.
So during this times, rebalancing works quite well. It's like a really nice long-term thing. And for Yaps, we need to make a lot of things before Yaps in order to make our
Yeah.
platform fully licensed, fully audited with all the various stuff. And after this, we will get our attention back to the portfolio investing. And meanwhile, we are just adding various DeFi assets that benefit our users and benefit those projects as well. So, for example, we have Spirit listed on our platform, and the idea here is that investor can buy Spirit on our platform, and we have swap feature, which is like basically you can swap any asset to any asset on the platform with a really small fee, and we got this orders covered on decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges. And investors, CeFi investors that could not get access to those DeFi tokens because it's really hard to manage. It's hard to receive yield. You need to pay for gas. You need to just hassle with a lot of various stuff. They receive an easy exposure to the Spirit token, for example, or for the Terra token, or for the Token, or it could be any. And we, in return, as the entity, receive those tokens and can, for example, the Spirit, our users' Spirit, obviously will be taken to in Spirit to boosting our farm, and it just creates a lot of opportunity between CeFi and DeFi world, and I really think that the future of Midas is CeDeFi, and I know a lot of our guys said that this is not correct saying this, but I think that there is a huge distinguish between CeFi world and DeFi world.
Yeah.
I see CeFi world as the world of crypto companies run by boomers. I just feel it. I feel it from Nexa. I feel it from Celsius. It's like it's like a huge enterprise IT company. And what they built and what they do is like it's so old.
Yeah,
I don't have anything against them, but still, the way I see CeDeFi and our platform is that we can bring liquidity to DeFi, and the liquidity is the most needed thing in DeFi, and we can bring the most amazing liquidity that DeFi could not bring otherwise. It's the liquidity of the average investor, and make it transparent and make it and partner with every protocols, and we will have the stage really soon where we will partner with as much communities as possible, with as much tokens as possible, and we can create an ecosystem for the average user, for the average US user, for the average for average people to create the portfolio based on the fundamentals, based on our expertise that we are willing to share, and to receive a stable wealth generator based on all these emerging opportunities that are happening within DeFi right now.
I mean, I totally agree with you. I think there should be DeFi and CeFi will be different for a long time. I think separate, but I don't think it can remain that way because money follows money, right? There will be a dominant investment. Like if DeFi outperforms CeFi, then everyone will come to DeFi at some point. But performing a bridge connects them and makes it easier to get liquidity and get partnerships and really connect those two. So I am really interested in, for example, SpiritSwap is geo-fenced in some countries. They can get access to it from Midas, for example, and that people have to get access to MetaMask, get FDM gas, and they don't know it. As you said, they're boomers, so it's nice to have their exposure to this as well from the website. And it's not like buying from a Jakes. There is some listings of SpiritSwap, for example, but it is not like this, and you get returns from it by exposing yourself to the token as well. So yeah, looking forward to that. I want to ask about something though. Like you said, like people from CeFi and will come, may come and expose themselves, but people from DeFi have the reputation of being risk exposed. Like they want to get risks, like they want to chase 1000 APR farms. Like will there be in the future different high risk investment options where you guys and your team can only explore high risk options for people who are looking to get high APRs, or are you prioritizing safety first in all your investments and you will not do that such a service?
A great question. First thing about the risks within the investment. Currently, we do not separate various types of risk, but this is something that we should start doing in the spring. So for example, having different yield for BTC, for example, based on the different risk. Based on different risk tolerance and so on. And I think the most basic thing could be just 3-5% BTC, but hey, this is where they're going. They're going only to this amount of protocols that were proof checked, validated, audited, and everything at 100% safe. And on the highest level, in order to provide such high interest rates for BTC, we have to get an additional risk. But the way we treat it currently, we have, and obviously there are two major risks for managing capital. Is the first one, the protocol hack with all the variables of this. It can be anything. So it's systemic risk of protocol going down and token going down and so on. And the second risk is the token depreciation, because most of the high yields are coming from the demand of the protocol to obtain liquidity. So they are exchanging this. The first risk we can cover on the expertise side, checking. We can even check spot contracts for the newest protocols. But the main thing that can help us, that protects us from any black swan event, is that we are managing strategies on the Fire blocks, and it's the non-custodial infrastructure. Well, quite custodial, but still infrastructure of wallet management, and we have separate addresses for every single strategy. So it's if something goes wrong with the protocol, it does not touch any of the other protocols, and we take those risks on ourselves. If the protocol will go down, taking our position, it will not kill us. It will not even. It will be 2% of our whole portfolio, which is it's the volatility in crypto. So we are protected from this part. And in terms of token depreciation, as I said, we have a lot of trending algorithms and so on and we exited all our positions in January, I think. So heavily they risked our portfolio, exited all the strategies for token farming and so on, and it saved a lot to us. It saved a lot of money for based on the current market. Situation.
Great read.
What else? In terms of risk, we as an asset management will introduce various type of risks. We will write it down on our platform in risk policy, and I'm just trying to navigate and to see how what we can offer, because there is one of the major questions that comes to us is about insurance. Can we insure and Midas? And The harsh truth is that no one will insure crypto asset management. Like and in the question about insurance, I feel how CeFi CeFi target audience is like scared that we will just disappear and so on. So in this case, our goal is to provide as much transparency as possible in these circumstances. And once I really hope that we should cover in the next month our license for Switzerland asset management. And the current phase of this is we have passed the verification of FINMA. They reviewed our business plan and we got the things going. And currently we are opening the bank account. And once it is done, we should be. It's not that easy to open a banking account for crypto company, but still, once we do this, we will provide. We will have licensing and we will have audit of funds. And I think in the future we will have a really low yield opportunities on your own wallets. I think it could be a nice yield as a service, for businesses and for high net worth individuals. Yeah, so there is a lot of things actually about this, as you can see. Yeah.
So what changes when you get like licensing? Like I am not very familiar with the passive crypto income, like yield management systems and not their legislations and laws. So what changes when you get the license from the Switzerland and you can access to the bank and create an account for the crypto like management?
Well, the first thing is that I did not see any CeFi platform under Switzerland licensing jurisdiction. Like it's just a nice, a fancy status thing for our company and for myself. And we will have another company pretty soon in Dubai. So I really think that Midas is like between four polarities: CeFi and DeFi and Dubai and Switzerland. I see this like a really nice square, And basically, what changes? This week we will introduce KYC. Currently, we do not have KYC, but if you are new to Midas, you will have to pass it like during the April, because there is no way we can operate as an asset management without KYC. And what else changes? The audit. We will need to have a lot of work on our documents, which is quite boring. But it will provide security for investors. So basically, every investor that passes KYC, FINMA becomes their ally. If something will go wrong, if something bad will happen with Midas, FINMA is the one that can be that can help and that can fight for the interests of investors. I think a lot of our major investors are waiting for our license to come to have lesser risk based on their exposure in Midas. So I think it will be a great sign. And in the future, we plan to make a holding, like a group of companies, and we'll see where it will go. Yeah, for sure.
So, like as you said, like the KYC coming, maybe like blessing in disguise, because like people, when they see KYC and like one of the main draw points of DeFi is being like anonymous and just connected with your wallet but like having a legitimacy in that regard and having a like foot on the ground mindset, like they know who you are, then they can help you in that regard. Like if your wallet gets hacked in like a DeFi protocol, there is not much to do, right? You can just investigate and track and try to find who they are and dox them. But that can be like the like laws and legislations can help better if there is like some sort of like knowledge of the customer. Yeah, and that may help the investors in the long run if something goes wrong or sideways. Yeah, so like as a my team and developers have asked me to plug this in, like as we are interviewing Midas Investments at the moment, and they have offered like $30K worth of bribes. How you get access to the bribes is like voting for their Midas FDM code. If you hold some in spirit, like don't forget to vote for the ghost. Yeah, he's gone. Like I was just plugging in our usual SpiritSwap announcements, like if you how to get access to your bribes when you got disconnected. So I was just like plugging in some announcements while you were gone.
Okay.
Yes, so guys, well, don't forget to vote on governance and if you hold in spirit, just vote on everything you see. You will get rewarded for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure to calculate everything.
Yeah. So let's move on then. Regarding your platform, you have like returns of the same coins, etc. Then what does Midas do? Like the token, what their native token, what does it do?
Yeah. So we launched Midas Token like in 2017. 18. As the masternode coin, and its first feature was the buyback feature, where we got the part of our profits that we earned. We just reinvested to Midas, bought it, and burned. And in autumn of the previous year, we swapped our coin to the Phantom token, and basically we introduced the first thing was the payout split. So basically, 10% of everything we pay to investors, we reinvest into buying Midas coins, or investing in liquidity, or burning coins, or we just decide what the system needs the most right now. So currently it's like liquidity, and our goal right now for Midas token is to create enough liquidity for basically our platform investors to be like so it could be less volatile. It's the main problem of Midas coin, which was like $15 million market cap, like for really, really long time, or even $8 million market cap. And so the first thing is the payout split. The second thing that we introduced, which we will introduce like in the I think in March, is the Midas Boost feature, where you receive yields in Midas token, and we grab those yields on the native asset and reinvest to the liquidity. And I think that after this, we will see how we will unfold Midas token. In the overall long-term vision, I see us building investment infrastructure, building smart contracts for our own usage, and then making them public with Midas token as the flow of those DeFi protocols. And this is the way for CeFi platform to become, to have one leg in DeFi with all those amazing stuff that we built, make it in like that we built for us, and we verify by us and test by us, and then give it to the community. And meanwhile we are working to I think for Midas token currently, that's it. We got some other nice features. We have a YouTube video on this with our amazing Chief Operation Officer Dan. And you can just Google Midas Investments YouTube, and you will head to this. My approach to Midas token is that it needs to be a flywheel between CeFi world and DeFi world, and between Midas platform growth and token growth. Yeah. Like it should connect to each other. And currently we see this as the moving liquidity to Midas token, and moving part of the returns we have to the Midas token, and Midas token being like a really nice representation of Midas in the DeFi world.
So I want to ask, you have like set up some liquidity with Midas FTM.
Yeah.
Say gosh. So my question is like, it becomes a this or that moment, right? You either stake your Midas, or you either use your Midas and get the platform fees, or you use them as an LP. Will there be a way to utilize them both with a single? Like if you provide LP in SpiritSwap with Midas token, it will also be recognized as you holding Midas tokens.
It's actually a nice idea, and I actually forgot to mention the most important thing is that Midas has currently it has 30% APR on if you hold Midas tokens on our platform, and we have staking contract and all of this stuff. We just do not have the UI for this yet, but actually I really love this idea that you brought up. I will discuss it. Currently, we are making our first steps in this, and the way I operate the company is to have the bigger vision and to see what are the next steps in real world that we can make in order to either take some obstacle away or to get one of the amazing returns and so on, and keep ourselves fresh. And if we will see that we need to somehow navigate attention, and in DeFi, attention is the liquidity. If we need to navigate liquidity from our platform or onto Spirit Farm, we will see how we can do this. If we want to incentivize it with Midas Token.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. So I think it may be a good idea to incentivize LP tokens to get some extra returns on your website, because it will only deepen the liquidity. I would assume people will be incentivized to provide LP more.
Yeah, our idea and one of the next phases that we are thinking about is having the investment instrument of depositing within our platform, sending funds to our liquidity pool of Spirit liquidity pool, and just share the rewards based on this liquidity pool and so on. We will see how. So there are a lot of potential things between CeFi and DeFi. I'm really cautious in incentivizing any liquidity pool. I would prefer to take liquidity from our leverage, and our leverage is liquidity and capital from the CeFi world towards the places that it belongs. And currently, I'm really happy that we are a self-sustaining thing in DeFi, because we have so much power and resources in CeFi world that we can navigate through everything that we desire. And there's a huge problem with where a token is used for incentivizing anything. I really love the model with Spirit, and I'm really glad that more and more projects will go this way, because it's a much more healthier model than just incentivizing the liquidity pool for what? Not understandable for what, obviously, but it makes token a really chaotic and volatile, and it changes the value, not the value, but the purpose of the token.
I agree. This allows the bribing option as well, and it rewards users for holding the native token of whatever platform they seek, and instead of only rewarding the DEX and the DeFi protocol itself by partnerships and etc., it also has a way of rewarding users in that regard as well, as we have seen with your bribe. Hopefully this Wednesday or Thursday, depending on your time zones. I want to ask, as you said, Midas Boost is coming. If we stake, deposit or give Bitcoin, we can get more returns at Midas. So what will be the preventive measure from Midas being dumped in that sense? Then I put Bitcoin, I get Midas in return, then it's like I'm buying Midas at like a discount, right? Because I am getting paid more. And how will it's like bonding in some of the how will
exactly.
how will that not hurt the like token price in the long run?
I'm amazed by the quality of your question. Actually, it's really you have a really sharp intelligence.
Thank you.
Many skill points in intelligence I see here. So that's why we are launching it as the beta phase. And we will be heavily monitoring what our users do with the rewards they are receiving. If this will be an issue, we will just implement vesting. As simple as this. So it's
quick
like it could be
fix,
not. We're just seeing if we need to do this right now, or how the community will behave, and it's like a social experiment of some sort for sure. Yeah, and as you said, yes, it's a bonding. Obviously, really nice.
Yeah, thank you. So, like apart from this, like Midas boosting, what else can the community expect from your short-term and long-term roadmaps?
I do not have a long-term roadmap because we changed like 5 times during the previous year, like adapted, and but
I think it's good though, like adapting to the like market is very volatile right now. Like you saw the FDM prices just tanking because of the like current drama and Wonderland and into like the Andre being toxic out of the community. And it's like it's good to be quick on the feet and like not have anything like set in stone, because like DeFi is not set in stone in any way. Like I am glad that the answer is we don't have like a set in stone long-term plan, but like anything people can expect.
So I really want to have so one of the most fanciest thing that I am really eager about is the horizontal communications with various communities, like DeFi communities and local communities. We have a lot of tests, marketing tests going. Like our ideal growth is going not through paid advertising, but through the word of mouth, and by working together with various communities, various DeFi protocols. I really think that we can be really useful for DeFi guys in terms of if we convince them that we are safe enough, and we are working on this, obviously. So there will be a lot of partnerships, a lot of various types. A lot of our attention goes directly to the investment team. Like I think it's most of my attention right now. So it's like creating the system, a robust system that can operate like a few $1 billion of assets. And obviously, currently we're sitting at $200 million assets under management. And it's even nicer if we recall that we got I think $30 million in the previous autumn. So it's like it was an exponential growth that we had to stop. Actually, we had to stop all our marketing campaigns for us to make sure all the capital is managed efficiently, and we are ready for the new rise. But still, obviously licensing. Obviously, I really hope that we will have a logo redesign. We will have much more robust investment system. We need to finish our infrastructure for on-chain model for optimization. We're currently testing our new algorithmic strategies for Ethereum and for BTC also, because we have been in flat movement for like a year almost, and it's time to be prepared for the next trend. So not only yields could be generated from the farms trades, from the fees and so on, but also from trend movements. Yeah, and what else? So something really precious to my heart is the launch of those DeFi DeFi products. I would say it's something like products. Currently, we have our own monitoring system where we gather all the alpha from the market. Like all the free alpha, some of the paid alpha, it just goes in stream like in one Telegram channel and so on. I think it's really, really fun. It's not something that our users can expect, but I'm telling this because we might make it public in some sort if we see that it has a lot of value for us. And another thing is the launch of our inner DeFi community. I think this could be our most righteous sword in producing yields, and we will see how it will go. So it's like just a boring exponential growth, there is no something huge like but the licensing and KYC and so on. But after this, we just continue doing what we do the best, horizontal exponential growth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great stuff. I can't I have been looking for a way to use my stable coins because the market is very dire and what to do. And you're the current the considering most of the DeFi yield management or vaults as you can call it, you usually have a high risk or low APRs. There is no in between. And maybe the Midas Investments using many different assets can be a solution to a shit market basically, like we are having right now. But a question, you said that you guys are getting alphas from unpaid groups, paid groups. So there is a lot of manual labor that goes into your strategizing, right? Because it's an algorithm cannot be that quick on its feet. So probably the team members you aforementioned in our interview probably does a lot of work in that regard, right? Adapting the strategies as they go along.
And I think this is our major bottleneck right now. A lot of human labor. And this is why we are invested so hard in everything that helps us to free our human attention, because there is an issue that we need to manage capital, calculate the positions and strategies efficiently and backtest them and so on, and making investment decisions. And this is and we need to separate this, and not all the not everything is separated. And but it was but we managed to get our investment team from 3 members, where I was the main guy who run the funds and so on, to right now we have 17 guys in investment team in just 2-3 months. They just grouped, and so I really hope that we will be able to get the human labor to minimum. And this is why I'm we created this alpha constant subconscious stream of alpha into one place, so our guys would not need to spend any amount of time to actually digest and to navigate through browser and just remember everything and so on. So creating a space for discussing what way the market moves, what pops out. Usually there is if you deepen the Twitter enough, or deep into some opinions of the market, and if you treat them with some distance and just accumulate and do nothing, you start to see how the market evolves and how the market moves. And it's the means are speaking through the heads of various Twitter influencers, and they can do nothing about this. So if they see something cool, they need to convert this to some followers and so on. So the easiest way to do is to find the strongest memes right now. We got Luna Twitter for 3 weeks.
Yeah, so like hopefully you guys can like find a way to resolve that issue, like because as you said, if it's your bottleneck, then like I can't wait to see the expansion once you guys resolve this issue. So like we are running should be short on time, so I'll just throw in a couple of community questions, then
Sure.
we can just wrap this up. Like my quest, I was wondering this as well. Like some countries have like problematic experiences with crypto. Like Russia is your fans from many like many DEXs, SpiritSwap, for example. Like regardless of the current situation, US has some like legislations and taxes based around on crypto. Like, do you provide some like tax help or something in that regard, or is it for the users, like investors, like responsibility to understand them and calculate them?
We have actually. It's funny you mentioned it because we in our amazing Discord we have our own tax mentor. You know, the guy who helps to understand. It's like he's an amazing guy who just helped a lot of people, and we have a thread on our Discord about US taxes and a lot of articles and so on. We still do not quite polished our transaction expert instrument to fit into all the tax systems and so on. And I really think that we will need to do this after KYC and licensing. But currently, you can have CSV of all your transactions and so on. And you can have a human touch on this in our Discord. And I really think we are currently gathering a lot of feedback about taxes. Suddenly it became like a really, really important theme. And obviously, if we are introducing KYC and we will allow our US citizens to participate in this, they are like a usual investor of the crypto asset management, but we also need to comply with IRS and SEC, and a part of this will be the creation of tax pools for our amazing investors.
So, like, I wanted to send an invite to your Discord on the Midas AMA questions, but I don't think I have the permissions to do that. If you can, like, quickly send the Discord invite link to Midas AMA questions, so people can join in. And,
sure.
If they have more questions, they can just bug you instead of me, basically, about your platform's questions. And I believe they will ask us many times about the bribe, and I want those questions to be redirected to you guys as much as possible.
Sure.
Yeah, so let me just wrap this up. Thank you very much, man, for coming to this. I really enjoyed this. You had very lengthy and thought out answers. It was amazing to hear your voice. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for amazing questions. Those were the best I have been on, but do not tell anyone it.
Yes, so... Yeah, vote for Midas if you want to get exposure to the bribes they're offering, guys. At the Goddess, they have been recently added, so their APR is not set yet. The Gauge epoch has to pass. It will be set once the Wednesday and Thursday passes. So keep an eye on that. If you find the APR to be juicy, feel free to discover that lane as well if you are a Midas investor or a SpiritSwap investor. Yeah, and with that, I'm wrapping this up. Thank you again, man, for coming.
Thank you for everyone.
Thank you everyone for joining us.